Oh, okay. So it says I'm live here. Okay, so um, I want to offer a Canadian perspective on the U.S. debate. This is not my normal kind of content, but you'll see why I'm going to do this video. So I hate U.S. politics. In fact, it makes me very uncomfortable to watch. I try to avoid it. I hate the Americanization of politics in Canada. So we kind of steal like U.S. politics into our politics, and I hate it. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Hey guys. Okay. So my Canadian perspective on the U.S. presidential debate. So it was a dumpster fire. We all know this. But there's a few things that I would like to share. So my biggest concern. Okay, I'm going to start off with. I'm going to start off with Joe Biden. I have no horse in this race, so don't worry about that. No horse in this race. And feel free to chat if you have any kind of feedback or whatever. I welcome feedback. So Joe Biden, he was obviously wearing a wire, and he was getting fed some information. So I noticed his chat was very disjointed. His talk was very disjointed. So he would start kind of stutter, but then he would talk in this slow, deliberate way. And I noticed that like when he talked in this slow, deliberate way, I actually listened to what he had to say, despite him giving a terrible, I don't know, like he said like 2,000 soldiers died. Like he was correcting his numbers on the spot. So this slow, deliberate talking is actually a persuasion method. It's called Neuro-Linguistic Programming. So they actually use it in therapy, and it's very, very effective as a persuasion technique. And I actually noticed that Justin Trudeau does the same thing. Neuro-linguistic programming can be used to persuade people, and it can actually put them in a hypnosis when they're talking, because there are certain phrases that they can use that will trigger the brain into a hypnotic state, and then they will pay attention. So I notice this especially during the hey there, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thanks for watching my channel, my live stream. So yes, so neuro-linguistic programming, it can be used Jinjin or Jinjin, not sure. Did I get that right? Okay. So the neuro-linguistic programming, it's used in therapy. So it maps certain emotions with words, and it puts you in a hypnotic state. And so you notice with Joe Biden in the presidential debate, he would be very like disjointed. He would just be all over the place. But then he would start talking, and in this slow, deliberate, persuasive way. So I just wanted you to know that he's using very malicious persuasion tactics. That being said, the thing that really got to me with the presidential election in regarding women's rights, and transgenderism. So as I know, he wants to expand the Supreme Court and add more justices. So if he adds more justices, we're going to see more bills passed, because the Democrats are so progressive. And as a feminist and as a Canadian, I don't want to get involved in U.S. politics, but I am very concerned for women's rights. So if the Supreme Court, if you've been watching the news or gender critical news, you've been seeing certain states like California saying that boys are allowed in women's spaces and girls' spaces, and we know the devastating consequences, making girls uncomfortable, taking away their scholarship. So if he keeps adding court justices, if he's elected, think about our girls, please. Think about our girls and what that's going to do for them. This is going to be a big impact on women's rights, especially for the fact that he wants to remove the filibuster. So I remember there was an amazing woman. I think she talked for like 14 hours straight. So this was something regarding women's rights. So the Republicans were trying to pass this shitty bill. It was either about abortion or some other kind of women's rights. And this woman, she went on a filibuster talking for like 14 hours. So as a Canadian, I think you guys need a filibuster. And that's my thoughts on the presidential debate. It was comical and sad, but any American subscribers, let me know what you think. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. That's okay. But if that's true, put it in the comments below and let me know what you think. I'm so sorry you guys have the worst candidates in the world. I am so sorry that your presidential debate was basically reality TV. All the world is watching and we're concerned for you. Best of luck.